Welcome to another Demarcation Media Mega Construx review. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the alternate build for the Halo Infinite Skiff Intercept set. Now, actually, when I first saw images of the Skiff Intercept, I thought that this was the main build. Because on Entertainment Earth, I think that's where the pictures first came out, they had this build as the main picture. And it actually got me really excited for the set because this is probably one of the best looking alternate builds in this wave, if not the best. So let's go ahead and take a look at the wall section first. We don't get nearly enough structure and environment builds in the Halo Mega Construx lines, in my opinion at least. So this was kind of a really refreshing build, and it's really cool for display. It's got all the colors of the Banished, since obviously it's using the parts from the Banished skiff. Makes use of the printed pieces. It's kind of got that cobbled together, scavenged look. It's got a little bit of curve here. And what actually surprised me was there's a bit of an interior space as well. Real quick though, you can turn this little gear up here and it spins this turret around. You know, interesting little gimmick. You can see it turns this down here too. Not amazing, but you know, it's something. And then we got this here, which could either be a generator of some sort or maybe where a hologram would come out. There's some little pipes on the sides. So that's actually really cool, and that surprised me a lot because I was just expecting this to be a freestanding wall. But that adds a lot of, you know, playability. You can stick the figures on there, stage some fights, except again these brutes have really weird feet, so they can't stand on studs very well. But that's really cool. That's really cool. I really like this a lot, and I like it a lot better. Just the wall section by itself I like a lot better than the Warthog Rally rebuild, which was that boat. This to me just feels more Halo. And then we have this thing. I have no idea what the name is, but I did see some art from Halo Wars 2 that showed things almost exactly like this. I don't know if it was concept art or if it was something that was in-game or what. But the fact that art like that exists, you know, to give this some basis in the Halo world is pretty cool. And it just looks really just cool overall. It's kind of got a spider look, but then it's got these little fangs and then these guns up here that can angle around. The legs can be moved like that, like so you can get some interesting poses. And it's got some like hover units maybe to keep it up. Turn it around. There's a little bit of like engine detail. There's a lot of exposed studs on the back, but you know, it doesn't really bother me too much. And what really surprised me was that there's actually cockpit space inside. I really expected this to be some sort of just remote control drone type thing. But no, there's actually a cockpit. There's like these little handlebars that can move up and down. A lot of the printed pieces go in on the inside. And you can fit one of the brutes in there. I'm not sure if he can actually hold the handlebars. I don't really think it's even necessary. You can just sit him in there and then close this over top. Oh, wait a moment. I don't have him in there all the way. There we go. And it just seals up. Now, the only thing holding this up is a pair of clips on the back, which they don't have a ton of friction, which means it falls open very easily. Just tip it over and it kind of goes thunk. So that's a little bit annoying, but can be forgiven because this is just an alternate build, so they didn't put a ton of time into making it as sturdy as possible. But that looks really good. That just looks great. And then the fact that a brute can fit in there and they actually put the time to make that work as well as it does, it's just really, really cool. The guns can be angled all around. You can, I guess you could kind of do that if you wanted to. I have no idea what those guns would shoot, since I don't really know much about whatever concept this was based off of. But you can see more. You got a joint this way, and then the legs can kind of move up and down. More over here. You can do some poses with it. Again, the friction in the clips limits the posing some. But if you're clever, you can get most poses that you would want out of it. Or you can even get some like crashed poses too and make it look like it was wrecked. Overall, in my opinion at least, this is 100 times better than the rebuild for the Warthog Rally. And even though we haven't looked at it yet, I think this is 100 times better than the rebuild for the Recon Getaway set, which we'll take a look at that in the next couple of videos. So keep your eyes out for that. So, I mean, I would buy an extra one of these just to have this built, because that looks really nice. And you got the start of a banished base there. You got this little crawler to guard it. It just is really well thought out. And I think Mega did a great job with this rebuild. And, you know, if you don't like this skiff, you don't like the look of it, but you like the figures, just go ahead and buy the set and then build this, because it's definitely worth it. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.